If you live in, are considering moving to, or just want to find out more things to do in Northeast Ohio, more specifically in Canton, Ohio, this video is going to be for you.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, what's up everybody? If this is your first time to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button right up here and click the little bell to get reminders of every time a new video is posted. I'll be posting videos weekly, and so you'll always get notified, and oftentimes you'll actually even see 2 videos per week. But if you're looking to learn anything new about eating, sleeping, drinking, any sort of activity you want to learn about the Northeast Ohio area or even the Canton area specifically, which this video is going to be more about, feel free to call me, text message me, email me, or even send a pigeon carrier if you need to, and I will be happy to help you any way I can. This video is actually going to teach you all about, not necessarily teach you, but show you some different things you can do in the Canton area. If you don't want to do the same old crap, you just want to learn about different things maybe you knew about by living here, maybe you didn't know about. But if you live here, you're going to be visiting here, or even looking at moving here, I'm going to show you a whole lot of different places you can go to and different events you can actually attend to get an overall feel for the great things Canton has to offer. With that in mind, let's sit tight, let's get ready to go, and I'll start showing you everything right now. First up is probably the thing that put Canton, Ohio on the map nationwide for most people, is the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They just did some renovations on this a few years ago, and it is just a gorgeous facility, great football field, and museum as well. So obviously the Hall of Fame is going to be a place that you're going to go visit, like the history of football, learn about the all-time greats, and just kind of get the overall feel for the game and what football is all about. But what people don't realize is, in addition to that, they hold different sports camps that kids can go to throughout the year. They also have clinics that you can visit to learn about new things. And there's many different events that they put on there, especially certain football games and all sorts of banquet events you can actually rent out the facility for. But it's located right off the expressway, so it's really easy to get to just about everything. And even if you're not a football fan, it's a really cool venue to visit and just see about the history of things, or even like different events that you actually may go to that may not necessarily be football related, even though it's kind of the overall theme. But in general, it's a great venue to visit and just kind of experience and get to know what is right in the heart of Canton. Check out our next stop, which is the Canton Classic Car Museum. This museum holds many different models of cars that were designed anywhere from 1904 to 1981. Now, you don't have to be a huge car fan to enjoy this. Just if you want someone that wants to have a little bit of nostalgia and just check things out and say, remember the good old days, just remember where things came from, you know, what our parents might have experienced, grandparents might have experienced, and maybe what even you experienced in general. But what's cool about it is, if you're not a huge car fan, obviously you're going to see cars there, but they have many other different antiques there that you can view just to kind of get a feeling of what happened, 100 years ago, how our society has modernized, what they've come up with over the years. And in general, you wouldn't think you could spend a ton of time there, but honestly, spending 2 to 3 hours there, it's easy to do with no problem at all. We have the McKinley Presidential Museum and Memorial. For those that don't know, McKinley was the 25th President of the United States. This museum memorial, you think would just have to be doing all about the former president, which it makes sense to think so. But there's a lot of different things that you can do there. One, if you take a look at this picture right here, you'll notice there's some rocky type steps going on there. If you want to get an exercise in, go up and down those steps several times. You seriously will think you're about to have a heart attack. But besides the whole presidential aspect of what this museum and that memorial have to offer, it's the final resting place for the president and his wife. However, they have something called Discoverland there that you can actually go to, which also is all about dinosaur artifacts and different things from older ancient times. They also have a really cool planetarium there to kind of learn about solar systems, see display shows, and things along those lines. And then the last thing is they have a replica of an old town. It's like a historical old town of shops that you can visit. So if you just want to spend a day there, you can go there in the morning. They close down around noon time, from noon to 1, just for cleaning and sanitizing, which is great, obviously, and what's going on today. And then they reopen between 1 and 4. But I'll be honest with you, if you take your time and really absorb everything and truly understand everything about it, you can easily be there for the morning session, go grab some lunch, and come back for the afternoon session, and still have a great time if you're there the entire day. Now we have the Canton Palace Theater, opened in 1926. When this thing opened, it was the talk of the town for Canton. All the couples and families wanted to go to the theater, visit all the different events that would be happening there, and just kind of be out in the town, mingling with everybody. Which was nice back in those days, is that for $1, you could go to the theater, enjoy a good time there, and then still have plenty of money left over to actually go out to eat, go have some ice cream, and enjoy yourself out in the town. Well, something that sad happened in the theater is 50 years, literally on the date of its anniversary, 50 years later, they had to close the theater. The unfortunate part is technology started evolving. They had different types of movies that you could go to. TV started becoming very popular at that point, and they just financially couldn't sustain it and just couldn't stay open. Well, at one point it was scheduled to be completely torn down, but luckily, literally 1 week before the teardown, someone came in and essentially swooped it and got rights to it. They worked on so many different things over the years to see if they could renovate it and get it moving, but it was a historical building and they just didn't want to see it be torn down. Well, 4 years after they closed it, a group came together and actually did some great things to it, got it up and running, cleaned it up, renovated it, and renovations still go on till this day. And ever since then, starting in 1980 again, it's been booming. People are still constantly going to shows. Canton has had a new upsurge, kind of like a new thriving art vibe to Canton now. The Arts District has become very popular over the years, and people more than ever are wanting to go see shows. They have the largest movie screen in all of Canton in there, but people are energized and energetic and going back and seeing that whole scene again. Till this day, right now, currently, now with COVID, that's changed some things, but on average, they do 300 shows per year in that venue. So to me, that's just awesome. They're about to tear down the historical building after 50 years, and somehow they built it back up to where they could actually get up to 300 shows a year and just be booming again. So if you get the chance to, whether you live here, moving here, or just want to check it out because you're visiting one day, check it out. Go catch a show there. Some of the shows, they actually have kids movies sometimes they bring in, but some of the kids movies you can literally get for as cheap as $1 per ticket on some weekends just for the kids to have some fun. But very cool venue, very articulate, very ornate design. The architecture on it is just amazing, and it's a fantastic place to visit and give it a shot. Next up is Exploration Gateway at Sippo Park. This is essentially the outdoor, let's call it the outdoor enthusiast playground for the most part. Whether you're a fisher, you want to do hunting, you want to do jet skiing, boating, kayaking, canoeing, swimming, anything you can imagine outdoors, hunting, running, biking, anything that involves outdoor for you, in the Canton area, this is the place to go. There's so much water and land and trails and parks and things to do along the lines here. There is nothing you can't do outdoors. So if you just want to be outdoors for the summer, especially because we're coming up, we're right here in the middle of March, looking forward to the warm weather. By the way, we actually had some 60-degree weather recently. Absolutely loving that. But great place to go, great place to check out. You could easily spend half your summer there, pretty much not spend a single penny, and have a fantastic time. Next up, we have the Downtown Canton Arts District. What's nice about this place is Canton has become kind of like just like I mentioned previously, is like a big art attraction center, I'll say. The arts industry has really been booming. A lot of new local artists are coming in. A lot of people are kind of embracing the culture. And you can actually go downtown and see this, where you'll see different murals on buildings, whether you have like graffiti artists or just any other type of artist you can imagine. You'll be able to see all the different murals and stuff they put on buildings. It's completely free, just a tour around, kind of get a feeling for the whole art industry going on. But there's 2 times I would actually recommend if you're going to go check it out, the 2 best times I would go. One is Friday nights in the evening, and the reason why is it's on the first Friday is of every month. On the first Friday, they actually do like live events where they'll have live bands there, all sorts of different live entertainment. And then on top of that, they'll have like food trucks, different vendors on there. So while you're walking around like the different shops, understanding the arts, kind of getting the feel for everything, you can also have a great meal while you're there, because let's be honest, food truck food can be really good sometimes. But if you're not going to make it on Friday evenings, the next best time to go would be on Saturdays. Now, the only downside to Saturdays is everything closes down by around 4 p.m. roughly. So in all reality, you're probably heading home by around 3 p.m. But I wouldn't bother getting there at 1 p.m. and trying to just go for an hour or two. You're going to be better off going in the late mornings, really kind of just strolling around town, getting a feel for everything, enjoying the vibe that's going on, seeing if it's for you, seeing what you like about everything, and then heading out like, mid-afternoon or so. But my wife and I have checked it out before. We had a great time. Some stuff was interesting to us. Sometimes, some stuff wasn't. But that's, going to be for anybody. But check it out. If you want a cheap, inexpensive day to just kind of go get some exercise and check some things out and have a good old time, getting a feel for the local artists, it's a great place to go. Historic Ridgewood is a 2.5 square mile area in Canton that it's one of those neighborhoods where it's lined with trees everywhere, and they have those old school brick roads, and it's an area that has 295 historical homes there. Now, these homes are definitely being lived in, but what's really unique about it is they were all built in the early 1900s. So it's really kind of nice just to walk through these tree-lined streets, just to kind of see the old school type, neighborhoods they used to have. And I personally am more of like a modern guy when it comes to my personal residence and being updated and things like that. But being a big real estate buff, obviously, it's really a nice walk, just very peaceful to go around the area and see how things used to be built with, instead of like the all modern flat bricks, things like that, your old school stone and how they used to do things the old way. It's fascinating to see that these homes that are 100 years old or so are just built so solid that there's no issues with them. They're still standing perfectly. And if you just want to kind of have a little bit of nostalgia as the way things used to be, it's a great experience. No money at all, just to go check it out and get a feeling for an old school neighborhood. In fact, they actually filed, they're considered a National Historic Area actually recently, well, not recently, but they got approval back in 1983. So the cool part is this neighborhood's not going anywhere. It's not like they can be demolished very easily. And in fact, if you buy a home there, a lot of things that can't be done with new building architecture, the way things have to be done, do not have to be done for those, just because they're considered a historical home. But if you want a peaceful day, just kind of walk around, get some fresh air, and check out some beautiful homes, a great place to go. I would highly recommend checking out Canton Food Tours. Now, it's obviously it's exactly what you think it is, but there's a little bit more to it. It's a range of different walking tours that are offered where you actually will be guided around town. They'll actually teach about the history of Canton, what goes on, how Canton developed, what kind of industries are really booming in the area. They'll also show you a lot of fun places to do. Woohoo! So besides my cool video here, which I still think will be the best, they'll also show you some great places you can go and have fun. Woohoo! Whether it's you, couple, family, or whatnot. And then also, obviously, to top it off, just like it says, it's a food tour. They're going to take you to some local spots to do a lot of food tasting. They've done some alcohol tasting before, so I don't know if they're still doing that with the COVID and everything. But they'll take you to a lot of really great restaurants you can try out and get a feel for overall city. But what's really nice is it's not just one specific location. They'll take you on multiple different locations you can go to learn all about the city and learn many things about it, the food, atmosphere, things like that. Last one up, is the Dravasi Vineyard. Now, this is just my opinion, but I know a lot of people that would agree with me. Dravasi is probably the favorite place to go for people in the Canton area. What's really unique about it is, obviously they're a vineyard, so you can do lots of walking around, just kind of get out in the fresh air during summer and spring, obviously. Enjoy everything they have to offer there. They have lakes that you can sit by, just all sorts of water. You can relax, chill out, Adirondack chairs, enjoy a drink there. But they also have more things than that. So they have a fantastic restaurant on the property. So if you're looking to have some amazing food, forget everything else. Go check out their restaurant, just fantastic food in general. And obviously the wine is second to none. It's right there, they make it. So I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. But in addition to that, they also allow you to host different events there, whether you want to have a wedding there, graduation party, or all sorts of different events they do. They'll offer events where Santa Claus actually visits the vineyard, and when he comes in, you have to get tickets way in advance for this, for your kids, but Santa Claus knows all the kids' names and everything, so it's absolutely fantastic event, even to take kids to. But definitely a place you don't want to miss out on, whether you're a local, and if you are a local and you have not gone there yet, you're missing out. So I would highly recommend getting there and checking it out. And if you're in town visiting even for a day or two, grab some dinner there, check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Well, with that rounding out our top 10, I was excited to do this video. I love being in the Canton area. I think it's a very thriving area. We're seeing more things booming up and coming up and being built and updating Canton like we have never before. So it's a great area to visit. It's a great area to move to, great area to experience, and you definitely don't want to miss out on it. So if there's anything you're looking to know about Northeast Ohio or Canton, Ohio specifically, obviously, if you want to learn about eating, sleeping, breathing, learning about schools, anything you want to know about Canton area, feel free to give me a call, text message me, email me, do whatever works for it, or even send the pigeon carrier, and I'll be happy to get your message any way you want to send it to me. I love helping clients in the area. I love doing this for a living. It's one of my favorite things, and most people don't love what they do. I absolutely love it, and I have such a great time helping my clients out. So if there's anything you need, any questions you have, don't be afraid to hit me up at any time. Contact me any way you choose to, and I will be happy to help you out with anything I possibly can when it comes to these areas. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and make sure you click the little bell for you're going to have pop up to make sure you get all the videos every time I post a new one. I'll be posting them weekly. Oftentimes I'll be posting them more than once a week. But with all that said and done, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I am out.